Hi everybody, Zach's Reacts, and welcome back to another episode reaction of Black Clover. Today moving on with episode 29. Last time we had a mixer happen, basically, and it was a really funny, lighthearted episode, very different from what we've been seeing lately, and I kind of said last video, guys, that it was kind of needed just to kind of decompress a little bit from the craziness of the Capitol invasion arc. That is now over. We are moving on with opening 3. We started that last time, and we just kind of had a little fun get-together with Luck, Asta, and Finral this time. Kind of hitting on some ladies, going to a mixer, Noelle being very jealous the whole time, and it was just kind of fun all around. So you can go check that out, guys, if you want to. It was pretty cool. You guys told me for this episode today, it is technically going to be a recap episode, so I'm not sure how much of the episode I'm going to keep in this video. It might be a shorter video than normal. We're going to see. I might have a few new theories or stuff like that to talk about based on what happens, but I'll keep that in for sure. But overall, guys, I just figured I'd keep it on the channel just for the fun of it, just to kind of make sure we have all the episodes included. So we're still going to check out 29 today, guys, and thank you so much for joining me on this ride of Black Clover. It means a lot. Please like this video if you haven't yet, guys. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet. And we also have a Patreon where you can help support this channel, so feel free to check it out. The link is in the description below. And thank you for those of you that have already done so. Here we go with episode 29. Let's go. Flames all around. Is this the... I'm trying to remember what this is. This is something new or old? This looks old. This looks like okay, this is like way back then. I was gonna say that little glimpse of that little doll. So I've been kind of cutting this opening intro out of my latest video, guys, just because I didn't feel like it really had much else to say about it. I kind of, in my early episode reactions, had a few comments on this early Wizard King history. Looks like we're getting a little bit more footage now, like the actual moment. This is kind of cool. Not just like the narrator voiceover, you know, type of thing. Jeez. I don't remember seeing all this, guys, from episode 1. I feel like this is all new, technically. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Threatened by a ruthless
there we go.
Humanity was on the brink of destruction. All seemed lost.
Cool, very cool. Let's see more of that.
Stepped forward and took up the fight. After his triumph, he was hailed as the Wizard King, and his story became legend.
All right.
Time flowed onward into the present. The role of Wizard King was passed down through the ages, and always he and the Magic Knights under his command have fought to keep the kingdom safe. The Magic Knights, 9 squads of Night Mages whose powers are specialized for combat, operating under the direct
It's very interesting to me, guys, like now that we know more, at least about some of these knights, we've gotten to actually see them in action now at this point. I had no idea what to really make of all of them back in the day. Back in episode like 4, I think they kind of introduced all those characters. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So here we go, guys. Opening 3 again. Really loving this song. It's really awesome. Really the opening itself is awesome. Like I remember Yami fighting last time when, and that's like the big takeaway I got from this opening was like, oh my gosh, like Yami's so laid back, like, hey, go fight for me, go do my bidding, you know, and he's like doing nothing all the time, but yet he's in the thick of it, you know, in this opening, and he's like going to town against the enemy, and I'm really excited to see that. So I'm hoping that'll be really cool down the line. And yeah. So cool. He looks like he's fighting that light guy, the light magic guy, that I'm assuming is the master. We don't know for sure, but that's my guess. And this creepy demon thing, I'm assuming that's coming out of Asta's book, but I have no idea because it also now looks like he's fighting the thing, so I don't know what to make of that yet. But yeah, time will tell, guys. This is going to be really cool. I'm really excited for this arc and what it has in store for us. So let's go.
I'll train and train and train some more! I'm gonna get even stronger and faster! You know he won't win. I'm gonna beat him to the finish line. And when I'm the Wizard King, I'll come back for you, Sister Lily! So, will you please marry me?
Oh, goodness.
That Asta is just full of surprises. The boy who barely got a grimoire is a regular Magic Knight success story. I'm glad to hear he's doing well.
They both come so
Oh my
far
gosh.
in their young lives. Abandoned on the doorstep when they were only babies. And now look at them. With the money they've sent home every month, we fixed up the church and laid in enough pot potatoes to keep everybody's stomachs full this winter.
Here, use this.
Perfect, thanks. Here you go.
Keep it.
Keep it.
Are you sure?
In this world, magic is everything. So what could ever become
Maybe
of
there's
boy
a deeper
who
story
has
with that
known
guy, that old wizard guy.
No, never once has
He seems
anyone from
very,
this
like,
region
you don't know much about
distinguished
him.
him
He's
or
just kind of there,
herself by
hanging
becoming
out.
a Magic Knight, much less the Wizard King. I pray that one among you will have what it takes to become the most powerful mage in the land.
So over the course of the show, we learned that each grimoire is kind of linked to its specific wizard user. If the wizard dies, the grimoire basically disappears and goes away. So, Yuno is not the first to have the four-leaf clover grimoire, but
I will become the Wizard King.
that book has been given out to wizards before. I guess it's disappeared and then come back, like to this library, I guess, and then given to the next person that it connects with. I'm assuming, guys, how that all kind of works. Feel free to correct me if I got any of that wrong, but yeah. And then nobody seems to ever have heard of that, like, fifth clover grimoire that Asta now has. So that in itself, like, everyone, like, it seemed like this whole big mystery when he got it, but now it's kind of like they see it and they're like, whoa, what is that? That's just weird. And like they don't even, yeah, that's some kind of creepy demon powers inside of it. So that's why I'm guessing that demon from the opening credits is out of his book, but I don't know. Time will tell, guys.
Even without traditional magic power, I will be
It's a really cool
Wizard
moment
King.
here.
My magic is never giving up!
There's the iconic line.
I don't know how
Yeah,
it
there's some
happened,
hidden
but I
story, I
got
feel
one.
like, with this grimoire, because like just the fact that nobody's ever
Sounds
heard of
like
it,
He's holding his own.
like mysteries are gonna be coming out of that thing at some point, I think.
You're the pride of the village!
There, there, Father.
My best friend Asta, an observation diary. Oh my god. He's been watching this whole time. Somebody told me, guys, that if you watch the subtitled version of this show, that it kind of types out what Gordon is saying. You can never hear him, but you can get a sense of what he's actually saying and feeling through the subtitles, and that's on my list to do. Just for fun, I'm going to go back, guys, and rewatch the show in the subtitled version. I picked the dub version to do on the channel just because that's really, guys, all I knew at the time. Like, I've seen Dragon Ball Z, you know, all the Dragon Ball shows, and then I've seen Fairy Tail, and it was all dubbed all the time. And I didn't really have any experience with sub anime until Eden Zero came out, and stuff like that. So now I'm doing Eden Zero on the channel, subtitled, and the coming soon to the channel is Attack on Titan. That'll be subtitled as well.
A display of combat
So
skills.
hopefully you guys enjoy the dub. I'm really enjoying the dub version of this one. I know there are some differences you guys told me about, but
The best way to show off now is to pair off with
I'm still,
someone
I think just for
strong.
fun, I'm going to go back and watch the subtitled, and then once I catch up to myself where I'm doing the reactions, I'll maybe start to kind of comment on some differences maybe and go from there. But there's Aha.
We're both working for the same goal.
He's kind of going to be, I feel like, this like character that is always just showing up in weird times and always kind of getting, you know, the short end of the stick, you know, rightfully so, because he deserves it. He kind of brags and lies and does all this stuff, but I feel like he's going to say all this stuff, act all tough and mighty, and then just every time he shows up, they're just going to knock him down, and Asta's going to, you know, show him up even more, and that is going to be happening, is my guess. Yeah, another really cool moment. I love this fight here. Even though it wasn't much of a fight, it was just like a one swing thing, but definitely shows you that Asta is not to be taken lightly. And yep, Yuno knows it.
I'm not joining the Magic Knights just so I can slack off and have a little fun. I've got a much bigger goal. I'm gonna be the Wizard King.
So cool.
You know, kid, I like you. Come join our crew.
What?
Quit gaping
You're
like
crazy,
a fish. I'm
but I
saying
like
I'll let
you.
you into the Black Bulls.
Saw the bright glow of Asta's inner light. The captain did too. And that's the story of how Asta came to join the Black Bulls family.
Oh, I heard a little bit. He's like, that's the story of how Asta came to join the Black Bulls.
It would be an honor to join the Golden Dawn.
Asta and I are basically brothers.
Oh.
A childhood friend of his is a childhood friend of mine. In other words, Yuno and I are best friends.
My friend Yuno, an observation story. Okay.
Time for today's entry in my observation diary. Today, my dearest friend Asta worked his very hardest, just like he does every night. He washed the floors, tended the beasts.
Sit, Beastie!
I remember cracking up at this moment.
There. Good boy. I
So
think you've
funny.
earned a treat. What are you doing, you slobbery butt? Let me go! I'm not your dinner!
So Gordon's been seeing all this. That's kind of interesting.
Ow, it's so hot!
I mean, maybe it is for a normal person, but this heat should be nothing to a black bull.
It sure was nice getting some naked time with my friends.
Wow.
He's just so reckless. Ugh. And he's been that way since our very first mission.
Hey, Asta! Sir!
Kill them.
Yeah, it was this arc that first introduced us to this like magical stone gem thing that they're after, and I'm happy to assume, guys, that this villain is also part of the Eye of the Midnight Sun group. Now that we know who they are,
Too late.
I don't know if that's confirmed yet, but I think he was kind of working for the same guy, kind of communicating with, like.
You stand no chance of prevailing against me.
I'm going to be the Wizard King. But it's not just about keeping a promise. It's about keeping people safe.
Wizard King, my foot! What does he think would have happened if I hadn't been there? Well, I did mentally cheer for him, but still, it's not like that means anything. Not really. Ugh, this has to stop! It's not like that! I mean, me and that idiot
Nero's like, oh my
Clover,
gosh.
There's no way. I'm royalty.
You're obsessed with Asta.
And he's basically a lunatic. Like back in the dungeon.
Really enjoyed this dungeon fight too. That was awesome with Mars. Mars will be back. I have to assume Mars will be back.
For me! Be gone!
And Lotus too. And the whole Diamond Kingdom probably is gonna get involved with something down the line.
There, insect.
You're awake.
Now get moving. And don't you dare give up until you beat him.
I may not have any magic power, but what I do have are my friends!
Power of friendship right there. Let's go. It's not just Fairy Tail that does that.
I don't really know how, but I did it.
Even if he was fine in the end.
I'm so very sorry.
Yeah, I like the dungeon arc a lot, guys, because it really, really boosted Klaus as a character. We got to meet Mimosa, and I love Mimosa too.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
And now we're back to our mixer with this new
You didn't, though.
Rebecca, I think her name is.
Hey, Asta. Do you have anyone who's special to you?
Yes! I've got my heart set on someone!
Someone special, huh? Someone he's got there so much he should.
Narrow's like, you have no idea
Who's making you
who
worry?
he's actually talking about.
How long have you been there anyway? It isn't nice to sneak up on people.
Not long. I just got back from an epic training session. What are you up to in here? Huh?
Oh, goodness.
You know, perhaps it would be best if you stayed behind, if your injuries aren't healed.
I'll be fine.
It's so sweet of you to put Yuno's health first like that.
I am not sweet. Bringing along an injured man would slow us down, that's all. My concern is for the mission, not Yuno's health. You're not riding?
Well, it's just more of a broom sort of day, you know?
Don't be shy. It doesn't use too much magic power if that's what you're worried about.
Oh, I'm not being shy. And I'm definitely not thinking about how embarrassing it would be if my friends saw me riding in that.
Oh my gosh.
Now see here!
I love
Are
Mimosa.
you
She's
two
awesome.
making fun of my chariot?
Of course not.
I know Noelle and Asta are meant to be, and it's going to be them in the show. Like they are, Natsu and Lucy. They are every, male, female, big connector, main character. But I like the idea. I can't help but like the idea of Mimosa and Asta together too. Like, I'm a little shipper for them as well. And sorry for those of you that are only Noelle and Asta shippers. I like both. I like both ships, and I'm a little torn because I like both. So
To make
quite
Sister
divided
Lily
in
and
that.
everybody else happy. We'll fight to see who will be the Wizard King, whatever it takes.
all right, so yeah, like this episode, guys, was definitely a recap episode. You guys told me in advance, but you didn't lie. And I feel like they did this just to kind of say, okay, you know what? We are jumping into some crazy stuff next time, and get ready because this is everything we've done so far. If you haven't been watching the show, watch this episode, learn the little gist of what's going on, and then we're kicking it off in episode 30. So we're going to jump into 30 next time, guys, and I can't wait because I get the vibe, like something big's going to happen after this little recap episode, and time will tell. We're going to find out, guys. So thank you for joining me on this ride. I love the show, love the characters, and I can't wait to see what happens. You guys tell me it gets crazy, crazy, crazy. Like, everything prior to now has just been like the tip of the iceberg, and it's going to get insane and awesome. And I'm like, you guys been telling me that since day one, and I'm like, this first arc, Sassy Village arc was great, and the dungeon arc was awesome, and like, you're telling me that those are the bad arcs? Like, I keep like being in disbelief of that because I'm just like, wow, like those arcs and episodes work awesome. I really enjoyed it, and everyone is like, you have no idea. You're like, so I'm really excited, you guys, to see what's next. Let's see if there's a Clover clip. I'm assuming there is, and go. And go. There it is. Okay. A little delay there.
It's not like I'm worried. He's brushing each tooth carefully and thoroughly, ensuring maximum cleanliness. Don't scrub so roughly!
He is worried all the time.
His eyes! No! Safe. It's a chilly night. Is he going to catch cold?
Klaus, at this point I'm not sure if it's sweet or just creepy.
Just creepy.
Yep.
No work again today? Feels like all I do is take time off lately.
Oh, she's back.
Guess this
Okay.
would be a good chance to visit Rebecca and her family. Black Clover, page 30, the Mirror Mage. All right, let's see if I play as well as I fight.
Okay. Looks like we might have another little fun episode next time before we get into the craziness that I'm assuming is coming. So, all right. So we'll be back next time, guys, with episode 30. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like this video if you haven't yet. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet. And like I said, we'll be back for more on every Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time for Black Clover episode reactions. Thanks again for watching, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.